Well, it's a new era for Old Friends Farm. The famed thoroughbred retirement farm in Scott County will soon have a new face leading the way. Bossy Prokos caught up with the man who's cared for some of Kentucky's greatest champions, discussing his legacy and why he says it's time to step aside. Bossy.
Yeah, Allie, Michael Blowen's love for horses goes far beyond the racetrack. The president and CEO of Old Friends Farm calls his horses his family, but after 2 decades running the farm, he says he's ready to hand over the reins. There's no place like home, and for Michael Blowen, Old Friends Farm will always be home.
I'm going to be 77 next week, and you know, I can see the finish line. It's coming right up, and I wanted to make sure we got the right persons.
And when the time came to choose that person, it was his friend and former executive director of the Kentucky Horse Park, John Nicholson, who shared love of horses, made it an easy decision.
It's been really what my career's been about, and it's about this fantastic industry, these beautiful, wonderful horses, but it's also about a bond that I think has existed for thousands of years between mankind and the horse. And it's undefinable, but it's there. And we have evidence of it every day.
The retirement home for champion thoroughbreds has grown quite a bit over the years, now with more than 100 horses. With such a large operation, you might think it would be hard to pick a favorite, but for Blowen, one horse will always have his heart.
The day Silver Charm arrived, December 1st, 2015, it's the greatest day of my life. So people come on the tour, they go, wait a minute, aren't you married? Yeah. Don't you have a kid? Yeah. Don't you have a grandkid? Yeah. And that's the greatest day of your life? I go, yeah. I said, they can accuse me of a lot of things, but dishonesty is not one of them. And they know it. I mean, I'm totally in love with him. Every day I go out and feed him his crumbs.
Even though he won't be running the farm, Blowen's not going anywhere anytime soon. He and his wife, Diane, will continue to live on the farm, which his company, Nicholson, is happy to keep.
The good news is that Michael's participation in Old Friends is undiminished. It's just a little bit different role, and we're going to take a little bit off his shoulders. But he's at the heart of this, and he's here every day. And these horses, I don't think they would let Michael go.
I told my wife, we have a cemetery over there, we bury the horses, and we live here, right behind the cemetery, between the cemetery and Silver Charm. And I told her, I said, you know, when I die, I said, just get me cremated, throw my ashes out the back, just don't put my lifetime earnings on the sign.